Hey guys, Happy New Year and welcome back to another video. So this will be the first video I filmed this new year. I've been in Mexico for 2 weeks, around there. So you gotta cut me some slack on some of the shots. I haven't been on the ice in a while. But the first video I'm filming in the new year is Evgeni Malkin's Pro Curve. So this is one that he made after playing with Alex Galchenyuk for a bit. So if you wanna buy this, you can get it at either hockeystickman.com or .ca or prostockHockeySticks.com or .ca. And if you're shopping at prostockHockeySticks.com, this is the Pro 712. He also has another curve, which is the Pro 71 from them. It's a little bit different. This one just has a little bit of a thicker blade through here, and it's got a square toe. But don't buy the P71 if you're looking for the Malkin curve. That's McKinnon's Pro Curve, and I will make a video on that, but don't get them confused because they're not the same thing. So after this intro, I just want to say thank you guys very much for all the support that you guys have been giving me on my recent videos. And thank you again for 1,000 subscribers. It really does mean a lot to me. I'm going to keep pumping out content. So if you keep stopping by and you like the content, just drop a subscribe. It doesn't cost you guys anything and it helps me out a lot. So we'll do some stationary shots like we usually do. And then we'll rank it out of 10 in availability, enjoyability, and practicality. So yeah, we'll get right into it. So cut me some slack on this. This is a 105 flex, and I've never used it before, and I haven't been on the ice in 2 weeks. So there is quite a pocket in here. It doesn't really open up a lot, but there's a huge pocket towards the toe. Do 4 more and then move on. So far so good. Because it's not too open, you don't really notice that this curve is massive, but it stays closed, so you don't really feel it as much as you think you would. And if you get it in that pocket on the toe, you can just kind of fling it. Like, that's really easy to shoot with, surprisingly. All right, last shot. Yeah, I mean, so far so good. Like, is it as good of a shooting curve so far as the Line A? Probably not. Is that why he made the curve? Also probably not. So we'll shoot maybe coming out of the corner and maybe across the line. We'll see how this performs there. But I like it so far. So yeah, we'll move on. I'm just gonna get myself set up, take a few shots out of the corner, maybe do some hands and figure out what else to do today. But so far so good. I'm also wearing a new pair of gloves to me. I got these from Hockey Stick Man. I mean, you really couldn't get these anywhere else. They're a used pair of Pro Stock Habs gloves, and the guy who had them cut out the palm, and I've always wanted to try, cut out the cuff, and I've always wanted to try a pair of cuffless gloves, so this was the perfect opportunity. So at the end of the video, I'll let you know how they feel, but I'm also not gonna recommend that you cut out the cuffs to your gloves, because, you know, that's just not ideal, especially if you're playing minor hockey, because you're just gonna get hacked a ton. But if you're just messing around like I am, or playing beer league even, you might be able to get away with it. Oh. Okay. This performs extremely well, way better than I had thought. So Malkin might know what he's doing, you know? 1,300 points in the show. He might have an idea. A few ice burners there, but I'll get over it. Wow, this skating is a bit rough. I'll give you guys that one. Okay, so far I really enjoy shooting with this curve. Is it the best shooting curve I have ever used? No. Is it better than a P92? Yes. Would I take this over a P28? Maybe. I actually might. I know the blade shape looks a little funky, but I might actually take this over a P28. Overall, shooting in stride feels great. Shooting stationary feels great, but the odds you're doing that in a game are slim to none. Puck handling with it so far so good. I mean, I really haven't put it to a crazy test, but one thing I will say, if you miss the pocket, say you're just a little bit before it or just a little bit after it, shot's not gonna be as great. And I know that's the same for any curve, but I'm noticing it a lot more with this one. And also something to note, it's got a lot of backhand, which is nice. So I'll do some stick handling, outro, and call it a day. I'm gonna do some just going through it like I normally do. Might take it a little bit slow to start because still kind of getting my hands underneath me. But before I get into this, these gloves are awesome. Like, you can move your hands so freely. If you have an old pair of gloves they don't use anymore, maybe for street hockey, shooting in your garage or anything, maybe try cutting the cuff out of those. And if you like it there, maybe go to your normal gloves. But then again, you're spending like 200 bucks on a pair of gloves, maybe don't cut the cuff out. But if you can find a pair used like I did without a cuff, try them out. They're super comfy. Okay, I mean, I know that was slow, I didn't look very good, but I like the way the puck can either sit in my backhand or on my backhand, or I can catch it in that cup. And what I mean by that is, here, actually, I'll show you. I don't know if you guys can see that well, but there's a little cup towards the toe, and there's also that flatness towards the backhand. And if you can catch it in either one of those areas, it feels pretty good. Ooh. Maybe I'm just bad. Well, I know that's true, but. Okay. I'm gonna do it here. Why am I moving? So, I really enjoy using this curve. It feels great to shoot with. Stick handling is really nice to use as well. The only thing I will say is the blade's a little bit long. Once you get used to that, it's pretty easy. I'll blame the bad stick handling on not being on the ice in a while. But overall, the practicality, I might legitimately give this like an 8 or a 9 out of 10. For the availability, probably go a bit lower, maybe like a 3, because, you know, if you're surfing sideline swap, hockey stick man, or you just go straight to the source and get it from prostockHockeySticks.com, that is readily available, but then again, you don't know if I'll have stock. So 3 out of 10 to be on the safe side. And then enjoyability, I'll give this a 9. I think for me, in order for this to be a little bit more enjoyable, maybe a tiny bit deeper at the toe, but it could easily be a 9 or a 10 in my books. It's very fun to use, and I can see why he made the curve this way. I understand it. With all that being said, should you pick it up for yourself? I don't know. If you're adventurous, you want to try something new, absolutely. If you've been using a P92 and you like it and you're used to it, don't switch. It's not worth the money. But overall, it's a great curve. I'm happy I tried it. And yeah, I just want to say thank you guys for tuning in, watching the video. I really appreciate all the support, and it would mean a lot to me if you just dropped a like, dropped a sub, if you guys enjoy the content, because it costs you guys nothing and it helps me out a ton. But yeah, let's have a good new year together, and I'll try my best to pump out content once a week or once every 2 weeks. So yeah, thank you guys for tuning in.